Greetings, this is Mad Shad, coming to you from an undisclosed location deep within the bowels of the earth. Anyway, warning order, bug out. Immediate action is required. So what do you do? I like to use the warning order, and that's how I like to look at it. So you're bugging out. You know, situation, SMEAC, situation, mission, execution, command and signal, or SMEAC S, however you want to look at it. Situation. What is the situation? Are you have to leave, or you have to, think about it. What are you going to do? I look at it as because, especially with a mag, or something of that nature, whatever you want to call it. I call them mags now. Your group, your mutual assistant group or whatever, QRF, Quick Response Force. Your mag, your family and friends. Situation is there is a, for me, it's I'm not going anywhere until this requirement is met, and that is total social unrest, total lack of rule of law, and basically, yeah, the tofu has hit the fan. Don't eat that stuff. I don't know. If you like it, whatever, fine. I must admit I've eaten it before. Situation. That's it. So you and your family and friends have to get out, or you're going to meet them to get out. So the situation is, it's mass hysterica. The aliens have landed and they're eating everybody. The zombies have risen up and they're searching for brains because they don't have any. Sorry, I only got two freaking brain cells. They're probably gonna pass me over. Oh, my friend. Yes. Yeah. It's a wushu. It's very spring steel, but I took it and I blued it up, because I just like bluing things. It was just too shiny. And if need be, I can, sharpen the edge, but, it's just basically for practice and whatever. But it could be a viable weapon if I sharpened it. So, situation. Boom. All right. It has hit the fan. And that's the situation. Mission. I'm going to use this hypothetically, and you and your family, friends, mag, whatever, need to meet up and coordinate and head to the bug out location. Your pre-described, pre-reconned, and pre-assessed bug out location. Once you be like, okay, we're gonna go there. Well, if it meets the requirements for a bug out location, sure. Food, water, defendability, cover, things of that nature. Okay. Anyway, so mission. You and your, say you got pets, say you got, people with you. You have to, your mission is to, either A, get to the bug out location on your own and link up with your mag, or B, link up with mag and you all roll out together. I would suggest that, especially if it's a crazy, that's it, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome world is beginning. So yeah, I would suggest you meet up and coordinate and head out. That's your mission. So that's what I'm going to say. Meet up with your mag, at either a rally point or their house, their location, and then boom, you're en route to your bug out. So that's your mission. Your mission is also to get all your gear, all your stuff, and go. Execution. Now that's the part that really gets into the details. you do you have your car is your car gassed up and ready to go? Is there maintenance? Is your comms ready to go? What are the comms? Or what's the timeline once you receive this warning order? You know, and how do you receive this warning order? It goes into all the specific details and checklists. You make a checklist. I got this, 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 I got this. Yep, 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 yep. And you got redundancies, and okay, great. And what am I going to do? I'm going to gather all this gear. I'm going to make that checklist. You should have done already. Standing by. Grab your gear, get in the car by warning order. Whatever time prescribed that you and your mag have set up. Because they're doing the same, and you're heading out. Your vehicle's gassed up, ready to go. Maintenance good to go. You've got all your ammo. You got X amount of ammo. You got X amount of pew pews. What is your gear list? What is the gear list? What are you taking with you? How much are you taking with you? So on and so forth. And then do it. Execute. And administration, administration and logistics, beans, bullets, and band-aids. What are you going to do if you get hurt? What are you going to do if compromised? What are you going to do as far as resupply? What's going to happen if you break down in that kind of thing. Do you have all the necessary paperwork with you? Administration. That's all I think about when I think about administration. But it's also dealing with logistics. Is there going to be? Are you on your own getting to the mag? Getting to the rally point, or will you be assisted? Is there assistance available? That you're going to help somebody out, they're going to help you out. Is there redundancy systems? That kind of thing. Also, what to do if once you. Let's go back to the execution, please. Yeah, I know, right? Actions. What time do you get to the rally point? Who's taking lead vehicle? Is there? You got to have a lead. You're going to establish lead vehicle. You're going to establish main force, and you're going to establish rear security, and then you just boom, you haul ass, and that's your execution, and then you have your SOPs, your standard operating procedures on that. If you're bugging out, you're bugging out, and you're bugging out in a vehicle. I don't give a fuck. That's the scenario I'm going with. I'm not going to go with I'm going to grab my backpack and hit the woods. We're not doing a warning order for that. That's another thing. That's your pace. That's definitely your on your pace report. Your pace order. Primary, alternative, contingency, and emergency. But anyway, that's different. That's whatever. That you can add that into it as well. Say I get off the road and say I'm with X amount of miles from the rally point. Do I just debark, dismount from my vehicles and head out by foot, and then you got your compass and your land nav, who's in charge of that, and and that comms, boom. What to do if you get compromised on comms? Gingerbread, that's what we used to use. Say somebody's listening, and you go gingerbread, and oh shit, gingerbread. So you go to a pre-described freak, and you use your own pre-described SOP codes, to go from there, because now you know that you've been your comm set has been compromised, and now you've got to switch everything up and whatever. So you have a contingency for that. Getting to the rally point, moving out from the rally point. What time are you supposed to be at the rally point with all your gear? Who's all there? Who's taking the job? Who's point? Who's rear? what's main and command, what's command, and you move out to how do you assess the threats. If you come up on a roadblock, if you come up on, if you get contact, what do you do? Well, you try to get the hell out of there. What is your alternate route if, per se, said route is now compromised and, who knows what happened, logs are in the middle of the road. Is there, do you find an alternate route, or do you try to, go through it, bust out the axes and the chainsaws, or just, or the winches, what do you do? Execution. Administration. Make sure everybody's got their batteries. Make sure everybody's got their band-aids. Everybody's got the medical kits. Make sure everybody's got their ammo. Back to execution. Man, see, what to do once you get to your bug out location. Set up perimeter. Do a head count. Make sure that everybody's back. Maybe you have to go back and get somebody or something. You send out a force for that. Establish your perimeter. Start setting up shop. And maybe that's not your final destination. Maybe that's just a temporary bug out location until you can go back home, or until you have to go elsewhere. To your secondary. Always have a secondary. Always have alternate locations. And just keep going from there. Administration. Back to okay. Moving on to administration. Beans, bullets, band-aids. Make sure everybody's got that. Make sure everything's on court, on board with all of that. Make sure you know who to talk to about this and that. It should be very simple, but it makes you think about things that you probably wouldn't have thought about. Like, what do I do if I have a flat tire? What if I do if the main vehicle goes down? What do I do if I gotta pee? I have in ours our main command is a big RV, so there's that. Evac, medical and evac. What to do if you have casualties. Throw them in the back of the truck and haul ass. Throw a freaking tourniquet on them and some pain pills and say, well, let's go. Or because your main mission is to get to your bug out location through this very unpermissive environment, social unrest, and there's boom, boom, boom. Aliens have landed. There's meteors, hitting the ground, and zombies are walking around, and whatever. You get the point. And you're trying to get to your area of operation, your bug out location. Your objective. That's your objective. Get there. So situation, mission, execution, administration, and now command and signal. Your comms. What do you do if you have no comms? What if you, for some strange reason, there's an EMP pulse? Boom. Now you have no comms. Oh shit. Use commands. Hand signals, flashlights. Flashlights can be used to signal each other. Your headlights. I know EMP. You're probably going to be on your walking or whatever, not in your vehicle. Let's say you just lose comms. Comms go down. For whatever reason. Maybe you're being jammed. Maybe there's something going on there. Gingerbread. Obviously, we've talked about that. Having challenge words, challenge passwords, and alternate passwords. We used to have a challenge and the answer. How many points did the Bulls score in the last did the Chicago Bulls score in the last game? And then the answer would be yo mama or something, just something totally you ask a question like, what color is the sky? And you say 13. What? Go away. No, I'm doing something. Chill. I'll be with you in a minute. No. She wants food. She wants food.
No food for you.
Okay, fine. No. So anyway, oh yeah, this shirt. Yeah, it's an old shirt. So this shirt's like 30-something years old. Here you go. Enjoy. So, food. When do you eat? How much food do you have on you? Things of that nature. You know, medical kits. Who's your medic? Who's your comms guy? What do you say? What do you do? Do you have air? I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I heard about a mag that they have a helicopter. You know, that goes with their mag. You know, that's pretty cool. You know, we do have helicopters around here. We got these little Taurus helicopters that fly around. That'd be something interesting. You know, that would be cool. But you know, everybody would see a helicopter landing at your bug out location and be like, But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, whatever. Anyway, so command and signal. Who's in charge? You got to establish that. Who's in charge? Who's in charge of who? And you know, what do they say? And what are the signals? What are the comms? What are your freaks? What are your what do you do? What is your contingency if you have no comms? You know, do you use hand signals? Do you pop smoke? Do you flash your lights? Do you yell, cuss, and scream? You know, what are your passwords? You know, all kinds of things. Just go with that. This is how you do it. This is how mostly everybody does it. It's a template. It's a format that you can use to bring order to the chaos, and that is the key. Is those who make order in the chaos prevail and survive. So just a few little things, to throw at you. Command and signal. We're still on. Okay. Who's in charge? Who's in charge if they for some reason can't be in charge, whatever reason that is. They go down, they get sick. They say fuck it, I'm out of here and I leave you guys. I'm gonna go loot this bar while you guys carry on to the mag to the. I mean, I've heard of that. Just got to think about that too. How dedicated is your mag? How dedicated is your family and friends? You can't just make them. There's always going to be free will, I guess. Hopefully, yeah. There's always going to be free will. This day and age doesn't seem like it's a lot of free will going on. More like taking your freedoms, at will. So, yeah. You got your command and signals. Who's in charge? What are your freaks? And what do you do? When do you go dead? When does the comms go dead? When can you index and chill at your location, your bug out location or whatever, your objective. Just some things to think about. Write it up. SMEAC. Situation, mission, and you can do this with anything. All you gotta have is a situation. What is the situation? And boom, and bam, there's your warning order, and you can go from there. Very simple. You can get as in depth and as crazy into it as you want. I've seen some very ornate ones. Warning orders. Usually a warning order is given, and we have to get around and stand around and look at this little makeshift map that somebody's drawn into the sand with little things. This represents this and this represents this, and so you make a little map. You might draw a map for people and pass it out, but you got to think about what if that gets compromised. But non-permissive environment, you're trying to roll out and you're trying to get somewhere, without getting any kind of contact or any kind of snags. So, but you have to plan for those snags. And a warning order is definitely a prepper's guideline format to do something. You know, it's what you got to do. You got to plan. This is planning, and those who set and plan and prep can now go off and win and succeed. I have a friend of mine. He's swimming in some kind of senior event, and he's a great athlete. Great athlete. And he's been training, doing all this and all that, but he's very anxiety ridden and apprehensive. He's like, I just don't know. I don't know. You know, I clam up. I do this. I'm like, okay, do the visualization technique. He's like, huh? What? I was like, yeah. An hour before you go swim, sit down, close your eyes, and visualize yourself swimming, and go through every step, every breath, every stroke, everything. And you do that from your best time that you've ever had or the best time that you want to have. And you visualize yourself going through every step, every motion, you know, and you visualize yourself, you know, conducting this task. And eventually, you know, that's all you're doing is you're going through all the steps in your head, you know, and visualize it. This way you can write it down, you know, or, you know, you hash it out and you have these SOPs. That's what you're doing. You're visualizing the actions, the task that are needed, everything, the planning, the prepping, you know, the inspections, the gear list, the, you know, I mean, you know, that's part of it, you know, and keeping yourself at that state of readiness where at any point in time you can just go and you can initiate this plan because you've got the warning order. And, you know, you can have a warning order, you know, back into the command and signal, you know, something that, you know, you get a call or a text, you know, that says cornbread, you know, boom, there's your warning order, and you stand by for the warning order, you know, and there it is. And you go from there, which you should already probably, whatever the warning order is, you can say zombie, you can say aliens, you can say, you know, Biden, you know, NWO or NWA, you know, or WEF or, you know, UN, whatever, you know, you get my point. Yeah, warning orders. I like them. I've got. It's funny. I've been going through some of my old notes and stuff. I still got the old battle book, and I found this odd little thing. This oh my god, this thing is so old. It's got all the little warning orders I've ever. And of course, I like to, you know, you're sitting at a briefing, and you're just like, man, I'm just gonna just draw some stuff, you know, and make notes as I go along here. You know, oh man, I still got notes in here from all kinds of stuff, all kinds of shit we did. But anyway, you get the point. Make notes, sit down, have a meeting. You know, warning order could be all the groups, how many mags there are. They get to a meeting, you know, or they have a meeting at somebody's house, and that's the you know, you, boom, and you know, like a rapid order, morning order kind of thing, and you go from there, you know, and then you run off, boom, 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 and do your thing and get it, you know, pack up your house into your vehicles, and boom, you're off. That's what I'm going with here. Bug out, warning order. So, and you can do this with anything, you know, whatever. Your mags, you know, if you're operating and you're not bugging out, you're just gonna, you know, hunker down and you know, hunker in. You are at your final destination, your bug out location, and you're gonna bug in. And you have mags and you have QRFs, quick response force. You know, have a warning order, you know, or have, you know, so that you can go over what if, you know, Mr. Niedermeyer next door, you know, has a fire, or, you know, gets assaulted, you know, what do you do? Boom, 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 boom. How is it, you know, what is the sign? You know, is there like a, you know, red star cluster that goes up. Using fireworks for command and signal. That's actually a really good idea. Use fireworks for your command and signal. That's yeah. Are you just gonna? Oh shit! Mr. Nehemiah is getting assaulted, and location 2 just pulls out his deer rifle and goes, ah, yeah. You okay? Did I get him? Maybe you don't have to get there. Maybe you can just boom. You have a sector fire array set up, and you just get to your position and send it. Fire. You're going to show up with water. You're going to show up with, because you got to think about these. Weather and terrain. That has to play into effect. Literally, is it snowing? Is there a blizzard? Is it raining? Is there a flooding? That's another part of the warning order. Is there a fucking hurricane coming? That's what we get. Hurricanes, yay! All right, and then the flooding, and then who knows what happens after that. So yeah, warning order. Check it out. I'm going to end it right there because I don't want to beat a dead horse. And now I want to play with this thing. I want to swing it around a little bit. I've done it in a while. So yeah. I hope this helps. I hope that it gives you some kind of structure, and you can go from there. And you can always look this stuff up. That's the great thing about it. It's I just throw it out there because I know it and I've used it. That's what I've used throughout my whole prepping life, I guess you can call it. I never called it prepping, but I've always war prepped. Always prepared. Good Boy Scout. Always prepared. But you got to have the operation and the organization, and that mindset to get out your checklist and okay, I need this. I don't have any of that. I need to go get that. See, that's part of having a gear list and having an inspection. Inspect yourself or have somebody do it for you. Whatever. Depends on how far you want to go with this. But check it out and consider adding that to your organization. To your organization and your SOP, standard operating procedures, and what to do. So always knowing what you can do, what to do in certain situation, in every situation, is great. Because now you don't have to sit there and think about what am I going to do. You already know. You got a warning order. And you might have several. It helps to have several. And you can always just sit there and write it down. That's what I do. I go, SMEAC, boom, boom, situation, mission, execution, administration, command and signal. Got it. And now you know what to do. So, we're going to leave it at this, and hope this helps. It's Mad Shad signing out.